Later in this video.
Στο όνομα του Χριστού να το πεις. Στο όνομα του Χριστού να το πεις.
Welcome to our chilling countdown of the top 10 demonic possessions caught on camera. Viewer discretion is advised, as what you're about to see is not for the faint of heart. Let's get into it. Number 10. Did you know that a real exorcism was broadcast live on television in the early 1990s? In a shocking move, ABC aired The Exorcism on their new show, 2020. The episode focused on Gina, a 16-year-old girl from Wellington, Florida, who had been in and out of psychiatric wards due to her claims of seeing demons. As the exorcism ritual began, it became clear that Gina's supposed demons would not go quietly. At first, the priest had to physically restrain Gina, claiming she would levitate if they released her. This forceful approach only seemed to fuel her anger for a time. Eventually, she calmed down enough to briefly discuss her situation. Gina claimed that 10 vicious demons were taking turns controlling her every day. She identified 2 of them by name, Zion and Manga. Whether Zozo was one of the 10 was never confirmed. Shortly after naming these demons, her possession seemed to intensify.
Son, God, Spirit.
Despite her intimidating demeanor, especially striking for such a young country girl, the raw hatred in her eyes did not deter the priests. They continued with the exorcism, reciting prayers while she spoke of prophecies filled with war and destruction. One priest described experiencing a mix of divine power and evil forces clashing for dominance. After a long struggle, the spiritual intervention concluded. In an interview 2 months after the episode aired, Gina reported feeling much better. However, there have been no updates since, leaving her current state uncertain. At first glance, this appears to be a genuine exorcism. On the other hand, it might also be a case of a news program exploiting a troubled girl and her family for ratings. Number 9. This footage is believed to be from the 1970s and was reportedly discovered in an attic in Iowa. You're about to witness some shocking clips, but the full version is so violent and disturbing that I can't show everything. The video begins with someone approaching a possessed person lying in bed. This individual is extremely gaunt, breathing heavily and staring blankly ahead. Suddenly, a nearby door swings open by itself. The next part is too graphic to show, but it appears the person begins to tear off their fingernails, one by one, not just hangnails, but the entire nail. Then, they look up at the camera and the scene abruptly ends. In the following scene, the possessed person is sitting upright in bed, smiling and laughing in a disturbing, almost demonic manner. While another figure thrashes around wildly, screaming. What happens next is truly horrifying. The person begins to slice at their lips and neck with a razor blade until they are completely bloodied and disfigured. This gruesome act dominates a significant portion of the footage, but again, I cannot show it here. At one point, the possessed man cuts off his lips and stares directly into the camera, his teeth jagged and stained with blood. In the final scene, he continues slicing at his throat, and it seems impossible that he could survive. Number 8. Bob Larson is an exorcist known for traveling across the country, claiming to rid people of evil spirits. In one of many videos showing the Reverend in action,
I don't like you. Feelings mutual.
a woman claims she has been tormented by Satan ever since her sister began praying to a demon for help after their mother's death. The woman alternates between speaking in tongues and using foul language erratically. Larson's approach to exorcism is often almost playful, but things quickly take a more serious turn.
I let the spirit come out of us. Perversion, spirits of witchcraft. All of you come now.
In another exorcism, Larson encounters a demon that mocks him rather than putting up any physical resistance. Placing his hand on the forehead of the possessed woman, he firmly commands the demon to leave.
So we left the curse. We left the curse. We left the curse.
We lit the gates.
Fire and death.
We lit it.
Oh.
As the exorcism continues, the supposed demon appears to weaken and eventually departs from the woman's body. The woman, seemingly renewed, embraces Larson as the crowd cheers. Whether these people are seeking attention or genuinely believe they are possessed, some might argue they are experiencing legitimate mental health issues that make them think demons are haunting them. Number 7. Before seeing this video, I thought the worst that could happen at a supermarket was dealing with inflation and high prices. But then I came across a video that changed my perspective. In the clip, a woman shopping in a supermarket in China suddenly becomes possessed by what seems like a demonic spirit. Her head jerks uncontrollably and her body starts convulsing. Shoppers try to help, but they're so frightened that they can only watch from a distance and call the police. At this point, maybe they should have called a priest or someone like Lorraine Warren for an exorcism, because it's unclear what the police could do in this situation. Number 6.
Oh my God.
Good luck trying to sleep tonight after seeing this. I'm not even sure what I just witnessed. This footage was apparently shot in a subway station in San Francisco. I really hope the people filming this either called the police or alerted the subway authorities, because she looks like she might hurt herself. I don't think she's possessed by a violent demon. It seems more like she might have taken something like Flocker. Honestly, I can't think of another explanation. This is pretty frightening, so let's move on. Number 5. YouTuber Dale Pendlebury has been struggling with poor sleep and wants to figure out what's going wrong. It's not necessarily that he's not getting enough sleep. He suspects it's more about the quality of his sleep. Despite consistently getting 7 to 8 hours of rest each night, Dale wakes up feeling as if he hasn't slept at all. Determined to find out what's happening, he sets up a camcorder to record himself while he sleeps. Unbeknownst to him, he is about to capture footage of what appears to be his own possession. The camera is set to record only when it detects motion or sound, sparing Dale the need to fast forward through hours of still footage. As he reviews the tape, the first night starts off normally, but soon, things begin to take a very strange turn. Something seems to be tossing him around in his bed. More strange noises occur the following night, and at one point he sits up and looks directly at the camera. His face is expressionless, but his eyes appear to be wide open. Without saying a word, Dale falls back hard onto his bed. Then, on the last night, Dale does this. It's difficult to determine whether this is real or fake. Number 4. This video shows several men restraining a possessed girl. She can be seen violently thrashing her arms and legs. What follows is an intense and highly disturbing ritual, most likely an exorcism.
Muerta. Porque estás muerta. ¿Y el bebé? Ay, bebé. Estabas embarazada. Estabas embarazada cuando te quitaron los chicos. Él me escuchó, él me escuchó, él me escuchó. ¿Quién te escuchó? ¡Dímelo quién es! Él me escuchó. ¿Quién te escuchó? Regresa a tu lugar. No puedes estar más. No puedes estar más en esta materia. Grábalo. Graba eso.
Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia.
Sale sol. 1, 2, 3.
Number 3. This footage captures a chilling moment during the exorcism of a man named Maris. His face appears to change shape, making the possession look especially eerie.
This is called the ritual romano, which is the ultimate in the rites of exorcism where Catholicism is concerned. He prepared himself, he went to the home.
And the exorcism will be the first ever recorded on videotape. A tape that shows Maurice's face changing from this to this as the bishop chanted to cast out the devil. Nancy Theria was present throughout the exorcism.
When they were doing the exorcism on him, when he turned his head, I saw his face change. I saw the satanic look on his face.
As the video shows, far more was about to change on Therio's face than its expression. As Bishop McKenna chants, Therio's skin seems to bubble. A deep crack has opened on his forehead.
Maurice, do you feel anything inside you?
I see characteristics of his face look like they're becoming all crinkled, like burnt. There's a split on the left side of the head, which widens, opens up. The eyes, he blinks 3 times, which we consider an insult to the Trinity. The eyes look like a serpent.
How many are you?
All of a sudden, his eyes rolled up in his head, and his head went down. He collapsed, and within a few minutes, he came to. The first thing he asked for was Nancy, his wife.
Number 2, Colin and Ethan head to the mall to purchase a Ouija board, planning to, as they put it, set up a camera and see what happens. After buying the board, they return to their friend Brendan's home to set everything up. From the start, it's clear that they aren't taking the idea of using a Ouija board seriously at all. They spend the entire time joking about getting possessed. This dismissive attitude could explain why things start to go wrong so quickly, even when they attempt to engage with the spirits. Despite this, they continue to show blatant disrespect for the situation.
My hand is getting tired. Okay, if anybody can hear us, move the thing. Because, move it. Can't just be so mean. That's how you guys be nice.
After a while of nothing happening, they decide to take a break. When they return, they approach the Ouija board with more focus and seriousness. This time, as they concentrate, the planchette starts moving on its own. Both Colin and Ethan swear they're not pushing it. When they ask for the spirit's name, the pointer lands on the number 6. However, when the spirit reveals this isn't its real name, they ask again. This time, the pointer moves to a picture of the moon and stops. The moon is believed to symbolize darkness, suggesting the spirit might be evil. At this moment, Colin becomes convinced of the Ouija board's power and wants to stop. Although initially too scared to continue, they eventually decide they must finish what they've started. The friends gather around the Ouija board once more, start filming, and ask the spirit what it wants. This is the response.
I'm not in my head, I swear. Like a whole... Have you ever seen that? No, dude. Are you kidding me? Did it just move? It definitely just moved by itself. Okay, are you kidding? Oh my god.
The spirit spells out the word peace, then moves to no, repeating no peace. It then highlights goodbye, followed again by no, signaling no goodbye. In other words, it's making it clear that it isn't leaving. No peace, no goodbyes. It's here to stay. By this point, everyone is too terrified to continue, yet they feel trapped and unable to stop. Brendan starts behaving very strangely, moving the pointer erratically across the board with a grin on his face. Then, he begins to laugh. His friends no longer recognize him. He's never looked or acted like this before.
Okay, hey. That's
still not funny after these.
Hey.
According to their account, Brendan appeared to become temporarily possessed that night and began acting aggressively toward them. They were able to restrain him, but he has since been dealing with depression and hasn't quite been himself after the incident. As several YouTubers have noted, the group never properly concluded the ceremony, which could explain how Brendan became possessed. However, it's also possible that this is just a group of friends attempting to pull off an online prank. Number 1. This incident is often cited as one of the most compelling pieces of evidence for demonic possession. During a public blessing at St. Peter's Square in Rome, Pope Francis placed his hands on a visibly distressed man, seemingly unaware that he was about to conduct an exorcism. The man in the wheelchair, a 47-year-old Mexican father of 2, named Angel, claims to have been possessed by demons since 1999. Despite undergoing 10 exorcisms, with each performed no less than 30 times, none have been successful in freeing him of his demons. When Pope Francis laid his hands on Angel, the man suddenly fell silent and appeared calm. Was this a genuine exorcism, a case of demonic forces being expelled, or simply the power of suggestion at work? Whatever happened between them wasn't enough to solve all of Angel's problems, as he still claims to be tormented by evil spirits. Opinions about the event vary widely. Some argue that this video is proof that demons and the spirit world do not exist and that Angel is suffering from psychological issues rather than possession. Others see it as undeniable evidence of the power and dangers of the spiritual realm. If this truly was a case of possession, one thing seems certain: Angel may be forever plagued by his demons. After all, if even the Pope can't free him, who can? Wow, those were some truly chilling and unforgettable moments. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's no denying the raw fear captured in those videos. If you enjoyed this countdown and want more spine-tingling content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop a new video. Got a favorite moment from today's list or a creepy story of your own? Share it in the comments below, we'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and remember, sometimes reality is stranger and scarier than fiction. Until next time, keep your eyes open and stay curious.